story of a man who's playing a remarkable role amid the devastation of Pakistan's earthquake zone, even though he's a stranger in a strange land. Not far from the wilderness where Al-Qaeda fighters have free range, an American surfer is saving lives every day. ABC's David Wright reports from Pakistan's Alai Valley.
Winter in Pakistan's northwest frontier province is not just cruel. This year, it's downright malicious. The Alai Valley was one of the worst hit areas in the earthquake. 100,000 people living above the snow line in villages that winter has now cut off from the rest of the world. The earthquake itself killed 250 people in this valley. That's nearly a quarter of the population. Now, winter snows have blocked the only road in, and the hills are too steep for helicopters to land. The only way to deliver aid here is on foot.
Okay, let's go.
Matt George, field specialist for the International Organization for Migration, took us along on an aid run to some of the most remote mountain villages in the Alai Valley. Trekking through the Himalayas, an aid effort that's literally an uphill battle. Straight up the mountain, single file, carrying heavy packs of relief supplies through slippery snow. The view is breathtaking. But one wrong foot could easily be deadly.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Tough for us. For the locals, no trouble at all.
Whew. That's not an easy climb.
You're
sweating.
We're as far as anybody's gone, up at 8,100 feet.
And there's still plenty of mountain to climb.
How much further does it go?
Right.
It goes to heaven.
Seems like it, doesn't it?
These are real skyscrapers.
The people of the Alai Valley have lived through harsh winters before. They're mountain people, and they're tough. This man trudges barefoot for food and firewood. Otherwise, his family will starve. Having survived the worst earthquake to hit this region in 100 years, many now have no solid roof over their heads. Relief supplies did get through to this village before winter struck. Each family got 11 pounds of wheat and 4 blankets. The U.S. Agency for International Development also supplied tents. But these tents are not suitable for a mountain winter, nor are they a healthy environment. Entire families and their livestock share them. Women light fires inside to cook and keep warm. Many of the shelters have simply collapsed under the snow.
We'd like to present you with this gift of blankets for your tent.
If relief organizations had special forces, Matt George would be a Green Beret. He's able to deliver supplies to the most remote villages. And he's able to help people once he gets there.
Is he ready? This is going to hurt like hell.
He's the closest thing to a doctor these villagers have ever seen. His patients today include a one-legged old man who lives all the way up here. A boy who has scabies, a skin disease.
Come here, kid. You poor little rascal. Does he have any warm clothes?
Thanks to this visit, he now has a bright red scarf. The villagers say this old man lost his wits after his brother died in the earthquake. Now he's all alone.
It's a very simple diagnosis, actually. This man's heart is broken.
Some people are beyond help, but at least he can offer a little comfort. One of the most important jobs Matt George does here is what he calls extreme home makeovers, construction work.
It can be a lot of fun when you're playing in the snow, but when's the last time you went out and worked in the snow?
One more piece of wood there. Come on, men. Get it going.
You're bent over, you're using pickaxes, shovels, ropes, you're tying things off, your hands are numb. This is like farm work. You've got to be able to adapt, improvise.
Get me the straight pole, the straight metal pole.
This is not some sour-faced, grim job as you march, across Valley Forge. This can actually be quite fun, and you make friends, and the children are laughing, and you're helping people.
Amazingly, Matt George was, of all things, a professional surfer until just last year when the tsunami hit and he suddenly became an aid worker.
Not many people know that Banda Aceh in Sumatra is surfing's mecca. It's the greatest surfing conditions in the world. So all us surfers have been there many times. We knew exactly where they were, the people that needed help, and what they needed.
They formed their own NGO, rented an 80-foot boat, and brought help to all their old surfing haunts. And when the earthquake hit, they came straight to Pakistan as freelance relief workers at first, surfers to the rescue.
One day we were down in Islamabad, and I got pulled over by the cops and said, someone wants to see you. So I went with them, and they brought me to the chief of operations of the UN, and they just told me, Matt, I want you to continue your project. What do you need? We'll help you.
Proving that one person can make a huge difference, especially here where so many people desperately need help.
Not much surfing in Pakistan, though.
Well, I don't know. I heard there's a pretty good left point break down in Karachi. I might check it out before I leave.
But for now, the surfing will have to wait. There's a long, tough winter ahead, and there are too many people who need help. I'm David Wright for Nightline in the Alai Valley, Pakistan.
One person making a difference. David Wright, we thank you, and we'll be back with a sign of the times.